Lucy is a 2014 science fiction action film. Six are written and directed by Luc Besson for his company EuropaCorp and produced by his wife, Virginie Bessonsilla. It was shot in Taipei, Paris, and New York City. It stars Scarlett Johansson, Morgan Freeman, Choi Min-sik, and AMR Waked. Johansson portrays Lucy, a woman who gains psychokinetic abilities when a nootropic, psychedelic drug is absorbed into her bloodstream. The film was released on July 25, 2014 and became a massive box office success, grossing over $469 million worldwide, more than 11 times the budget of $40 million. It received generally positive, but also polarized, critical reviews. Although praise was given for its themes, visuals, and Johansson's performance, many critics found the plot nonsensical, especially its focus on the 10% of the brain myth and resulting abilities. 7, 8, 9.
Plot.
Lucy is an American studying in Taipei. Her new boyfriend Richard coerces her into delivering a briefcase containing 4 bags of the highly valuable synthetic drug CPH4 to Mr. Jang, a South Korean drug lord, at Regent Taipei. After witnessing Richard being shot dead, she is captured and forced to become a drug mule. 1 bag of the drug is sewn into her abdomen for transport to Europe. However, she is kicked in the stomach, breaking the bag and releasing a large quantity of the drug into her system. She acquires enhanced physical and mental capabilities, such as telepathy, telekinesis, mental time travel, and negated emotions. She also ceases to feel pain. Using her new abilities, she kills her captors and escapes. Lucy travels to the nearby Tri-Service General Hospital to get the bag of drugs removed. She is told by the operating doctor that natural CPH4 is produced in tiny quantities by pregnant women during their 6th week of pregnancy to provide fetuses with the energy to develop. As her abilities continue to develop, Lucy returns to Mr. Jang's hotel, kills his bodyguards, assaults him, and telepathically extracts the locations of the drug mules who are carrying the 3 other bags of CPH4. Lucy contacts scientist Samuel Norman, whose research about the brain's capacity helps her understand her condition. Lucy demonstrates proof of her abilities to an amazed Norman and tells him she will die in 24 hours. When she asks what she should do with her newfound knowledge, Norman suggests she pass it on. Lucy agrees and flies to Paris to meet with him. She contacts local police Captain Pierre Del Rio to help her find the other 3 drug mules. During the flight, she has a sip of champagne, which initiates a drug interaction that causes her cells to become unstable. To stave off this process, Lucy ingests more of the drug. With the help of Del Rio, Lucy is able to recover the rest of the drugs. Meeting Norman and his colleagues, she agrees to share with them everything she knows. In the professor's lab, Lucy discusses the nature of time and life and how people's humanity distorts their perceptions. At her urging, she is intravenously injected with the contents of all 3 remaining bags of CPH4. As Lucy's brain capacity begins to rapidly increase, her body changes into a black substance that begins spreading over computers and other electronic devices in the lab, combining with them and transforming into a single supercomputer. She mentally begins a journey through space-time into the past, eventually reaching the oldest discovered ancestor of mankind, Lucy. She shares a quiet moment with Lucy and the 2 touch fingertips before she goes all the way to the beginning of time and witnesses the Big Bang. Meanwhile, Jang enters the lab and points a gun at Lucy, whose body has reformed. He shoots at her head, but by that point Lucy has reached 100% of her brain capacity and promptly vanishes, moving into the space-time continuum. Only her clothes and the black supercomputer are left behind. Del Rio enters and fatally shoots Jang. Norman takes a black flash drive offered by the supercomputer, after which it too disintegrates. Del Rio asks Norman where Lucy is, immediately after which Del Rio's cell phone sounds and he sees a text message, "I am everywhere." Lucy's voice is heard stating, "Life was given to us 1 billion years ago. Now you know what to do with it."
Cast.
Scarlett Johansson as Lucy Miller, an unwilling drug mule who is accidentally dosed with a drug that activates a myriad of pre-encoded genetic conscious capabilities. The role of Lucy called for an actress who could be believable as extremely vulnerable, as well as superpowered, when her exposure to an illicit substance inadvertently makes her acquire incredible skills. Impressed by Johansson's discipline, Besson considered her for the role, stating that she was immediately precise and professional, and he enjoyed the way she talked about the film. He said, "She was excited for the right reason, which was the story. At that moment, it was a done deal for me. She was definitely the one." 10. Angelina Jolie is widely reported to have been originally cast as Lucy. 11, 12, 13, and as having dropped out of the role prior to filming. 14. Although Jolie was in serious talks with Besson since 2011 to star in his next directorial effort, then untitled. 15, 16, he stated that she was not his first choice for the role of Lucy. 11. Morgan Freeman as Professor Samuel Norman. A scientist and a professor at the University of Paris who has knowledge of different human capabilities. Producer Virginie Silla stated that given Freeman's experience portraying a character of wisdom, it was pretty obvious that he was the perfect actor for the role of Professor Norman. 10. Choi Min-sik as Mr. Jang. A South Korean drug lord. Besson said that Mr. Jang is the best villain he scripted since Gary Oldman's character Norman Stansfield, adding that, whereas Lucy is the ultimate intelligence, Mr. Jang is the ultimate devil. Besson and his film team had to go and meet Choi in Korea, talk with him, and discuss the story. And it was only at the very end that he said, "Okay, I'm interested, I want to be in." 10. AMR Waked as Pierre Del Rio. A French police officer. Besson stated that Del Rio represents the audience. He's basically you and me, and added that when Lucy has lost all her emotions by being exposed to the drug, there exists a tiny spark of emotion that's still there when she is with Del Rio. Waked also said that Besson, having written the script, was enough for him to want to star in the film. 10. Julian Reintut as the polite British antagonist, 10, who sews drug packs into the mules. Pillowas Bake as Richard, 10, Lucy's delinquent boyfriend in Taipei. Leo Tipton, A, as Caroline, 10, Lucy's roommate in Taipei. Nicholas Fongfeth as G, 10, Jang's top henchman. Speaking of Besson's interest in making the film one about the way we interact with our environment, and socially as well, Silla said that one of the goals was to bring together a diverse cast to show the planet's diversity and a mixture of the different cultures. She stated, "So we have Scarlett Johansson, who is Caucasian, Morgan Freeman, who is African-American, Min-sik Choi, who is from Korea, and AMR Waked, who hails from Egypt." 10. Production. Writing. Besson stated that he intended for the first part of Lucy to be like Lion, the Professional, which he also wrote and directed, the second part to be like Inception, and the third part to be like 2001, A Space Odyssey. 17.